You're good to go.
Hello, Bat Community. We're out in our 1986 Porsche 930 Turbo in Guards Red, black interior, and 37,592 original miles. I just reset the trip odometer when we got in the car, just to be sure odometer and speedometer are working as they should. We know they do, but just wanted to show you all. This car I know really well. I sold it in 1997 to a huge Porsche collector here in Victoria, British Columbia. We got the car from Vancouver, and then previous to that it was in Phoenix, Arizona, and sold new in Chicago, Illinois, I believe. So the car was factory ordered by a Porsche dealer. He took delivery at the factory in 1986. He sold it to the first owner with around 1,500 miles on it, and he was just outside of the Chicago area. We have all his contact info, verified with him that he did buy the car new, gave us the story on how he acquired it and why he bought it from that dealer. The story was, in 1986, the 930 turbos were fresh back into the U.S. market. As I think most of you know, this was the homologation car. There was no 930 turbos prior to this, back to 1981. So most dealers got a Guards Red on black 930 turbo, and I think they were equipped fairly the same. So, you know, it's got the all-leather interior, Blaupunk Monterey radio. I think limited slip differential. We have the build sheet, which we'll include. But this car, I've known back to 28,000 miles, I believe, in 1997. I sold it to a friend of ours that over the years has bought 30 or 40 Porsches off me. He's raced Porsches. He's probably one of the best owners. He had it for 2 years, and I then sold it to the second guy that I had handled, I think the fourth owner, in 2000. He had it all the way till 2018, and I believe in his care he put around 7,000 miles on the car. A vast majority of his use and ownership included showing the car at Concours events. I know he did the Whistler weekend quite a few times and got awards, which we have photographed and have in the front of the car. So he really took care of it. He enjoyed cleaning it probably more than he did driving it. So I think all in all, if you're looking for a 930 turbo, the ownership of this one, we know it almost back to new. There's a slight gap in, I think, between sort of 92 and 97 that we don't really know who the owner was, but it was in Phoenix, Arizona. The service records are very complete with the car. The owner that we just got it from, he had it in his private collection, and he was a Porsche dealer, so it passed his standards, and you know was definitely one of those cars that had to be one of the best if he was going to have it in his collection. Looking through the car, all the steering wheel, all the stitching in the steering wheel is in amazing condition. All the seat leather, the dash leather, door panels, headliner, all of that stuff doesn't show any signs of age and wear. When I was getting in the car, the rubber door sill or rubber seal on the door sill has a little bit of a shoe mark that has been torn in it, but pretty common, cheap fix if you did want to fix it. But I would say the interior of this car is probably, you know, as impressive as the underside, as impressive as the paint. I've tried most buttons and features before we started. Everything seems to be working. We checked all the lights, the turn signals, made sure the fog lights work, cigarette lighter works, high beams, low beams. There's the sunroof going open all the way now. Functions as it should. Closing. Functions as it should. Driver's side power mirror. I'm operating now. Works in all four directions. Sorry, we're just in traffic. I'm not going to try the windshield wipers because I don't want to streak the windows, but we did check them before we detailed the car and they do work. Ashtray door opens and closes as it should. Air conditioning. Functions as it should. It is blowing cold. All the door pockets, they're in good shape on both sides. I just flipped them both open. That's a common thing where the hinge breaks. These ones are in good shape, so you have no concerns there. Interior lights, Joel just tried one. If you happen to be 6'1", it's actually a great car to be in the back of. Ask Joel.
Yeah, it's awesome back here.
Tons of room. Doesn't know, but we're going on a road trip.
It's important to note that everywhere on the car is immaculate, and especially for this generation, absolutely mint. All the seals, window frames, rear package trays, seats, seat belts, everything is extremely nice and well sorted. The fellow that had it, that Tim was just talking about, that had it before we received it, was extremely particular, or pleasantly OCD, however you want to put it.
He always, and just little things like the seatbelt buttons, they're not faded orange, they're still red. Like everything is very, very clean, and you know it's been garage kept, well stored. Actually, the owner prior to the last one, he lives within 3 minutes of my house, and I saw this car all the time. And every time you saw it sitting out front of Starbucks, he's sitting there with the car, proud to answer any questions, because everybody always Googled or awed about how nice the car was. So it's good to know that it's always been well cared for. Let's try the radio.
Both speakers work in the rear.
Fader work. Front. We're going to Hotel California. I hope you're coming. So we've got good oil pressure. Temperature's good. Fuel. We've got a quarter of a tank. Odometer and speedometer are working. Trip odometer is working. So we'll just get up. So it's 70 miles an hour in second gear and wants to go. I love these old turbos where you just feel that snap when the turbo hits. The turbo bar gauge is working as it should. We'll come back to you in just a minute. We're going to get into a little bit more open space as we return back into town. We have cars in front of us, and I don't want to follow them too closely and take rock chips. So we'll be right back. Here we go. Love these turbos.
Oh, they're so good.
A couple things I didn't check in the last video here. Power windows. It's driver's side all the way down, all the way up. Central locking system. I think it's not central, just one side or the other. Passenger side power mirror, up, down, side, side. It works as it should. So all in all, driving the car doesn't have any shimmies or shakes. When you brake under load, it's got lots of power. You can feel when the wastegate's open and the turbos hit. We have no concerns. This car's got all its books, all its records. It's got one of my business cards from Mercedes-Benz when I worked there in 1997. I don't think it's worth anything, but you get it with the car. It's got its maintenance book. It's got original with the sticker in the front with the selling dealer's information. It's got all of its warranty cards, its original pouch, owner's manual. There's several awards under the front. It's got its original compressor, original toolkit. Both are complete. I think the only modification to the car is the exhaust system. So that was how we got it. I didn't think to check with the original owner if he was the one that added it, but that's how we got the car in 1997 when we first bought it. So we'll do a walk around video and show you all the VIN numbers are present that should be there. Try and give you some close-ups of how clean all the wheels are and all the tires are. All the wheels and the different trim on the car. We'll show you everything that is included in the sale. Rear wiper works. I just tried it a second ago. So enjoy. We'll get back to you with paint meter readings and a walk around video. Underside photos are there. I think that's a telltale sign of how the car was kept. The underside is absolutely spotless. We didn't clean it. That's how we got it.